Everyone, and welcome to another Lambda Ethereum Consensus Daily. So to start, I'm going to share the YouTube link in Telegram. So we are live. Okay, so the link is already shared, and I'm going with my updates. So yesterday, I finished at the beginning of the day the aggregation bit calculation, and I also started to working in the actual publish of the contribution of the sync committee contribution, and I have a couple of issues regarding duties and how I were um, getting off both the proof and the signing domain. And after having that sorted, everything started to work, and the contribution publishes are going right now to the network. The thing that I was working the rest of the day was regarding how to test that the other nodes are picking up what we are aggregating in a good way. Why? Because we are not yet publishing sync committee contributions in our blocks, because that's the follow-up task. And the only way to know that the aggregates are good is making sure the other nodes are picking up ours. So I'm having a bit of trouble testing that, because I'm using the minimal preset to make sure I could move between periods quickly. And both in the minimal and not the minimal preset, having a subcommittee index where all the index are ours is not so easy. It's so easy. So that will be the easiest way to make sure that we are publishing correct aggregates. If we like push the aggregates for a subcommittee, and the others pick up that subcommittee, then it's working. But I'm having some issues regarding, for example, what is the thing that I try to test is having most of our validators part of our node and just having one or two in the other nodes. That proved to not be working as expected. And yeah, I'm trying to debug that. So I'm working on that right now and trying to make sure why is this happening. Because if I like lower the amount of validators, like having 30 in everyone, everything starts to work again. And yeah, I'm trying to know what's happening. It's not related to performance. That was the first thing I have in mind. It was not that, because I just shut off part of the things that I assumed was making the issue, but it doesn't change. So no, this is happening in another part. I'm trying to debug it right now.
So just a question,
Yes.
what's the thing that makes you know that it's not a resource related problem, or what was the thing that made you suspect that originally, and what has changed?
Oh, I suspected it was originally that, because when we have 30 validators, it was working, and when I go up to 60, it stopped working. So that was my first. Okay, if I'm double validators, things are not working, and
I'm
it's
sorry for
related to performance.
just a small question, which is
Yeah.
how did it stop working? Like it stopped the
Yes.
publishing at all, or like, did the
No.
process break? Did it stall, or did it start
The
emitting wrong stuff?
the node, our node, is continually publishing blocks. They are not picked up by the network. And if I see, for example, Dora, the explorer that I use in Kurtosis, blocks are not appearing. And it's harder to wait until one validator of the other nodes propose his block, but sometimes it picks our blocks. I have two tests. Sometimes they pick our blocks and sometimes they don't. So I'm not sure what's happening, because our node is continually publishing blocks in the same fashion. It appears to be doing that when we are like, I don't know, 30. But when we are 60, it's not working. And it not working does mean that, because the node appears to be logging everything as it does previously, but for some reason, the network is not picking it up.
So
Yeah,
it
that's
does it show as missed in Dora?
Yes, exactly.
And have we checked if we are emitting them fast enough so that the others can pick it up in the correct term of the slot?
Yes, it's at least for what I saw, they are being proposed in the first 4 seconds of the slot, and that's not being like
Tricky back then.
traceable. Yes, yes. I'm not sure why, and that's the issue, because I thought, okay, we are aggregating a lot of new things. As I mentioned in the previous live, the calculation of this is not performant enough, but I just deactivated that and things continually happening. So I'm not even sure that this didn't happen before. So I'm going to go to another domain first and make sure this happen or not on main. And
I
if it
was about
happens on
to
main,
say yes.
if this happens on main, then yeah, I think this is something that it's like old and probably related to being mostly us in the network. And yeah, if that's the case, then I'm probably trying to avoid this right now, create an issue for it, and make another way to test what I'm working on, which is the committee contribution. But I want to know what's happening. If I'm making this in this PR, when have this been introduced? But when I know that, I'm going to create an issue and forget about it for the moment and tackle another ways. One of which you suggested, Tommy, going into the other nodes and start try to log the contribution and see if for some reason they are picking up one of ours. So that's what I'm going to do. But first, I need to know what is happening and why it's happening. This, yeah.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. Checking if this is happening on main sounds like a sensible
Yes,
approach.
yes, and also if it is happening on main, if this happened before the refactor of the state management, and with those two checks, I'm going to create the issue. Yes, just to be sure when this started to happen. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing today, because yeah, it was pretty dark. First, I thought it was related to kurtosis because really Dora didn't show anything. We are continually publishing blogs, and I thought, okay, kurtosis is not working well. But after moving again to 30 validators, things are working. So yeah, I need to check what's happening.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah, so that's all for me. I'm going to continue working on this. So making this PR ready will be a bit delayed. I was targeting today in the morning. It won't happen until probably tomorrow morning, I guess, because I want to first make sure where this started happening. And yeah, that's the delay. It's a day working on this, but I think for tomorrow morning we will have this PR ready for review. If I could test the aggregation or the contribution being picked up by the other nodes.
Sounds great.
Right. So that's all for me. It became a little longer than most of updates, but it's related to the things that are happening. So yeah, we will see in tomorrow in Wednesday, and probably also with Tommy. So thanks, Tommy, for being here, and yeah, see you next time.